Dave made this beat.
SLAC gang, what's good, baby? It's your boy Strizzy. Welcome back to SLAC episode 321. It's your boy, man. You know what I'm saying? We're blessed with another week of some amazing sports, man. We talking football, baseball playoffs, and you know what it is. Basketball starts tonight officially, man. I'm so excited. We got it, man. NHL's here too. Bro, we're back to prime sports here. You know what I'm saying? So super excited. Super excited to have it back. As y'all can see, man, I am rolling solo dolo today. But there's a reason to that. You know what I'm saying? My boy, my brother, my co-host, A-Dub, he is out in the Midwest. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna put his business on blast, but he's in the Midwest, you know what I'm saying, for work. So he will be back and grace us with his presence next week. And I figured I'd knock out a quick kind of SLAC Express to keep the tradition alive. You know what I'm saying? This will air at 6 p.m., you know what I'm saying, Mountain Standard AZ time. But I also, to be honest with y'all, I wanted to watch the games tonight. You know what I'm saying? A little excited, you know what I mean? My team's not playing till tomorrow, I think, but it is, like I said, it is what it is, man. So we gonna do this here. Yeah. What's up, Aunt? What's up, Kels? Glad to see y'all in here. Yeah, so definitely rocking solo today. A-Dub is on some working that 9 to 5, you know what I mean? But yeah, man, we had some interesting football again, any given Sunday. Some teams you thought would win lost. I thought something was really cool. Unfortunately, Unc, I know you rocking with your Cardinals, man, but as far as the majority of our slackers, both y'all and the hosts, almost all of our teams won this weekend, man. It was crazy. The Niners, Panthers, Cowboys, Chiefs, and Rams all won this week. But sorry, Unc, your team played. The Cardinals actually played super tough through that whole game. I think a lot of people had them getting destroyed by the Packers. But they hung in there, man. They barely lost that game. You might think if Kyler was healthy, maybe they win that game, but truth be told, man, Jacoby Brissett's actually been pretty nice. So yeah, Niners came through. My boy Christian McCaffrey tore the Falcons up. For a team that has, I think, the number one rush defense or maybe two rush defense in the league, McCaffrey torched them for I think 100 yards through the air and over 100 yards on the ground, man. So he absolutely was showing some past Christian McCaffrey type play, man, this weekend. So shouts out to my boy. You know what I'm saying? I love watching that. It's funny. I'm not a big Niners fan, but I love watching them play just because Christian McCaffrey's one of my favorite players, man. So shout out to your Niners, Kills. Mom's Rams killed the Jaguars in London. You know what I'm saying? They absolutely killed them. It wasn't even close. Jaguars looking a little weird. They got that kind of lucky fluke win against the Chiefs and haven't looked very good since. So kind of making that win or that loss that the Chiefs got look worse and worse every week that the Jaguars go out there and play. Panthers versus the Jets. Ugly offensively, not too surprising though. The Jets, as always, still have a great defense, but our offense did just enough to win that game. And unfortunately, something that I didn't like, let me know how y'all feel about this. Something that I didn't like was the Jets ended up benching Justin Fields in that game to kind of give a spark. Not sure what spark they were going to see there. But that's not really what bothered me. What bothered me was that the owner of the Jets came out and basically threw Justin Fields under the bus as a quarterback. Had a lot of negative things to say about Justin when realistically you're the person who went out and got him. But I think the thing that really kind of bugs me is that you've never done this with any quarterback that you've had in the past, and no quarterback has been successful with the Jets. Not even the Hall of Famer Aaron Rodgers. Even they were really bad. They didn't even win 9 games when he was healthy all last year. So one thing that I can say is that the Jets have been a horrible franchise my entire life, and I'm almost 40. So I think it says a little bit more about ownership and the front office than it does about Justin Fields. Their ability to mold quarterback just isn't good, man. You look at what Geno Smith was doing in Seattle. You look at um, what Sam Darnold has done since he left. Like, what I'm saying? I think it says a lot more about, them than it does than the actual quarterback. So keep in mind, Justin Fields was just on the Steelers last year and took them 4-2 before getting injured and kind of replaced with Russell Wilson. So, you get a team that's, winning and he does just fine. But, sorry, Jess, I don't think this one's really on Justin Fields. I think this is just your guys' continued habits of being a really crap franchise. So lay off our guy. You know what I'm saying? Another thing, the Browns got another win. They destroyed the Dolphins. Mike's job every week is looking, more and more grim. I almost feel bad for him, especially because I know a lot of times when you kind of going like the opposite route. I just don't think Tua is a very good quarterback, man. He seems very very backup-ish. I've said this for years, even before like that one good year he had in Miami. And yeah, that's a hard loss too. You go to Cleveland, they're a really bad team too. Both of these teams at the time are 1-5, and you only score 6 points. I'm pretty sure it was just 2 field goals too, so it wasn't even like a touchdown, missed extra point. Unc says, when will Shador play? Unc, if I'm being completely honest, he should have played. He should have played Sunday. I have no idea really kind of what the deal is with not even just not having Shadur play, but even taking so long to name him the second string quarterback, which I think was really, really weird. I think at this point in time, you've seen what Dylan Gabriel can do, which honestly, nothing really great. He only threw for 116 yards against the Dolphins. It was really all running game with Judkins, the rookie for the Browns. And he had no touchdowns either. So 0 touchdowns, no interceptions, but seriously only 116 yards against a really, really weak Dolphins defense. So to me, that also tells me that it's like Shador should start this week. Not saying that he is. He probably won't since they got the win, but I don't know, man. I just feel like he should definitely be starting next week. And if you guys really have no intention on playing the kid, trade him. Like that's the best that you can do, man. Trade him. Trade the kid. What else? What else happened this week? We gotta talk about the Cowboys. You know what I'm saying? We do have Unc and Steph and my brother A-Dub, all Cowboys fans. And they did get the dub. They did play very, very well against the Commanders. Pops actually did mention that they should beat them this past Sunday because even though the defense has been struggling heavily on the Dallas Cowboys side, the Commanders' offense has probably actually been struggling a little bit more. So, not really sure what's going on with the Commanders, as that offense was so good last year. You know what I mean? And I almost feel like adding Debo Samuel to the mix should have made them better. So I don't know. We'll see. Unc says Shadur to the Jets. Honestly, Unc, in any other circumstance, I'd say yes, but I feel like quarterbacks go to the Jets to die. So, I actually want to see what this kid can do, and I feel like sending him to the Jets is not going to help that. Max Crosby to the Cowboys, man, they might, but it's funny. It would be the perfect pickup for them because they are in desperate need of pass rush. But I just don't see Jerry spending the money. I don't see Jerry spending the money. Max Crosby is a high contracted player, and I just don't see him spending the money. That's not really the Jerry Jones way. You know what I mean? Uh, what else did we see? Oh man, before we get into basketball, I gotta talk about the Giants versus Broncos game. Um, I've never been a Giants fan, but ASU alum. I love watching Scatterboo play. He's super fun to watch. And then Jackson Dart has been absolutely amazing since taking over the reins. And I can't believe that they got up that much and then let the Broncos score 33 points in the fourth quarter. Not a single Broncos point in quarters 1 through 3, and they let them come back. And when Jackson Dart scored that touchdown, and then they missed the extra point, I knew it was over. I was like, they had too much time, man. They had too much time to just get halfway down the field and kick a field goal. But they're gonna learn, man. They're gonna learn. They're gonna learn how to win these games. And honestly, you make that field goal and go into overtime. There's no telling what happens. But yeah, Broncos defense is very good. They didn't show up in quarters 1 through 3, but they definitely came through in the fourth quarter. And just came back. So crazy win for them. But yeah, this two-man tandem on the Giants has actually been really fun to watch this year. Um, Brian Burns on the defense, former Panther, is having a defensive player of the year type season. It just kind of sucks that they lost their number one receiver to for the season, essentially, but for the season with the torn ACL. So man, that really stinks. Aside from that, not too much else within NFL. Buccaneers did lose. They just couldn't get the offense going against the Lions, which is crazy because that Lions defense, especially their secondary, is pretty decimated. So I really expected my boy Baker Mayfield to have just a better game than that. I think it's funny. I think Baker is actually so used to playing, uh, with that chip on his shoulder and everyone constantly hating on him. But now people are talking about he's, one of the front runners for the MVP. And I think that's getting to him a little bit. I think that's getting to him a little bit. So hopefully they can regroup. I did see that Mike Evans' first game back, he ended back out with a concussion and I think a broken collarbone. So man, that's horrible because that's your number one receiver on the Buccaneer side, and your first game back, and you're right back on the injured list. So hopefully Mike gets back, and hopefully they can get him back for the end of the year because chances are Buccaneers make the playoffs. And Texans are struggling. No idea what's going on with that offense, but they got pretty beat down against the Seahawks. Seahawks are rolling. And I said this last year when he was with the Vikings. I love seeing Sam Darnold succeed, man. I don't know why, just I do love seeing it. Oh yeah, you're right. On CD Lamb's first game back from injury, tore it up. He had a big, I think, like 70-yard plus touchdown pass from Dak. So that was really huge. It's so and honestly, the offense is gonna continue to be nasty, especially if they can figure out how to keep CD and I'm drawing a blank on the other receiver's name. Um, but if they can keep both those guys happy, uh, that offense is only going to continue to get better, even with the defense slacking. So George Pickens, sorry, yeah, George Pickens. If they can continue to keep those guys happy and both those guys involved, that passing game is going to be something fierce and vicious to monitor. But moving on, I definitely got to bring this up because we have again we like A-Dub said we haven't done it in a while. We get to see Skinny Striz, and it's just one of them things we're happy to have basketball back. So definitely want to you know hit this up really quick. We're looking at some NBA talk. You know what I'm saying? All right, man. NBA talk. Gotta love it. The start of the NBA season. We back. I got the Miami jersey, Tyler Hero on. But we got a doubleheader tonight. We got the Rockets versus the Thunder, and then the Warriors versus the Lakers. I do have a message from our boy A-Dub that he definitely wanted me to get off today on the show. And he says his only message is LeBron is fine, but he's milking this injury so he can get to the end of the season and Lakers in 5. You know what I'm saying? So as always, my boy is rocking with his squad, the Lakers. But we do got Lakers Warriors tonight again, like Rockets Thunder. I think Thunder win this game tonight, just due to the fact that they're coming off their championship. It's ring night. Might be tough. Although I will say this though, the Thunder are missing out J Dub, so that's a big blow. That's a big blow to them. Uh, but Rockets team still pretty new. KD's on there, so we'll see what happens. But I do got Thunder winning this one. And unfortunately for my boy A-Dub and Anthony Weston, I think I'm going with the Warriors tonight. I think Lakers defense has always just been poor. It's definitely not going to be any better without LeBron being there. Even though LeBron ain't been very good defensively in a couple of years. But I don't know. I got the Lakers winning this one, but it is going to be close. I think the Golden State Lakers spread is like 3 points, and I think it's going to be decided by at least 3 points or less. So can't wait for that. We got a full slate of games tomorrow. So if your team's not playing tonight, I can assure you they're playing tomorrow. And we're definitely going to get into some more questions. We're definitely going to talk about who our favorite MVP is going to be this year, favorite for who's going to win the championship this year. I can tell you my favorite to win the championship is not the Thunder to repeat. They gonna be close, but I don't think they're gonna repeat. But we'll talk about that for sure next week. Um, and then Kels, what Kels had to say? She said, "I know it's college, but so happy for UGA and the ASU wins. I know, man, the ASU one. I love the ASU getting the dub this week. I think nobody had them winning. I actually picked them on FanDuel to win the upset, so I won a little money off ASU. So, man, I'm happy they not only won the game but held on. So that was dope. And then Georgia as well. So it's funny. I think right now college football championship is going to go through Ohio State. I just think that I think they're better than they were last year when they won the championship. I think that defense is something serious for real. But if anyone's going to give them a run for their money, it's definitely going to be teams like Georgia or even Alabama. Alabama's playing really well, even though I hate Bama. But um, college football is crazy. Let's take a look at the college football standings and rankings really quick. Let's see. Bang, 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 bang. Where my share at? Share screen. Yep. Bam. Alrighty. So yeah, so we got I hate the Buckeyes. I know I hate Ohio State too, Kels. I gotta give credit where credit's due. Somebody, I think it was RG3, said that he thinks Indiana is the best team in the nation. And although Indiana is playing well, I think if they had to go up against Ohio State's killing them. I don't think Indiana can mess with that defense, and then they're gonna struggle. They're just gonna struggle to score, and Ohio State's not. So I don't know what he's talking about. Cool story, bro. But Ohio State right now, to me, is the best team in the nation. Um, Georgia moves up to 5. My Sooners got the dub this weekend, so I think they moved up one space. I think they went from 14 to 13. So that's what's up. Notre Dame, I know we gotta talk about them, but they Notre Dame is inside. I think they're 12th right now. So yeah, so they're definitely in. So they're definitely up there. Um, Oregon moved up to 2 spots after the dub too. But yeah, it's kind of crazy, man. I think I love the playoff. It gives a lot of teams a chance to kind of upset some of these greater teams and just kind of see some different teams in the playoff and play for that championship. So uh, I know it's kind of wild to see a lot of these teams, already down a game, and a lot of times, most of the time, they're undefeated until like the conference championship game. So uh, man, I know I said a SLAC Express, but I think that's basically about it for today. Um, Tune in Thursday. We'll probably oh, sorry, Unc, I saw your message. Who won Pick'em? I'll be honest, I'm not really sure who won Pick'em this week. A Dub hosts that one, so he has kind of the titles and things of that nature. But I'm not sure who won it this week. But if I can't get to A Dub, I'll definitely announce it on Thursday, and then we'll definitely announce last week. If I don't, we'll definitely announce last week's winner, and then this upcoming week's winner on the Tuesday show at 6. So oh yeah, World Series. You're right. Definitely got to do the World Series real quick. First and foremost, man, we definitely got the Dodgers versus the Blue Jays. So honestly, I think that's kind of dope. Blue Jays getting there. But I will say this though. I saw something that said it was like the top 100 MLB players, and Aaron Judge was at number 1 with Shohei Ohtani at 2. In no world, in my opinion, is Aaron Judge better than Shohei Ohtani? Let's make that very known right now. Shohei Ohtani is honestly he might go down as the best baseball player ever. He's this modern day Babe Ruth, the way he bats and pitches. So in a game deciding game 4 to go to the World Series, this man pitches 6 innings, throws 10 strikeouts, and hits 3 home runs. One of those home runs, 470 feet, damn near out the park. He's the best in the world. He's the best in the world. I don't even think it's close. I like Aaron Judge. I think Aaron Judge is cool. He's definitely a great hitter, but that's all he does. Keep in mind, Shohei also steals 50 to 60 bases each season too. So, and he's not a small dude. So for him to be able to do everything that he does, um, I hope he continues to win championships. I'm by all means not a Dodgers fan, but Shohei Ohtani is my favorite baseball player, and he is, man. As long as he stays healthy and plays a couple more years. Kid's only 31 years old. 31. He's 31 years old, so he's got plenty of time to grow and continue just be an absolute monster. but he is, in my opinion, the best player to ever play this game already. So thank you, Unc. I appreciate you keeping me on my toes with that. But yeah, man, I'm definitely gonna call it. Got some basketball to watch, and we will be back next week with the remainder of the team. And shout out to super producer Marcus and A-Dub. Miss y'all. Can't wait to get y'all back. But with that being said, it is your boy Strizzy. I am out. Peace, SLAC fam. We love y'all.